Hello, hello. On today's show, Mike is going to show us the winners of round 3 and the matchups for round 4 of Cover Combat 7. Welcome to your favorite comic art loving, battle simulating podcast, Cover Combat by Xcellar Comics. I am in your top 3 favorite podcasters, Kevin, and the other 2 are in the room. First up is the one who shows us all this great stuff. You want to say hello, Mike?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
And then, of course, Patrick is here for all the fun.
Get this fun going. Hello, everyone.
Good morning. And then, good evening. And then last but not least, we are lucky enough to have our favorite background producer in the house, Karen. Awesome. That was smooth. Nice. Was that good, Pat?
It was good, Kevin.
All right. I'm excited to, as usual, of course, to see what's happening here. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. What are we going to be left with at the end of today's show, Mike? Math? Did you do math before the show started? In your head?
In my head, yeah. I think I know what you're asking. We'll be down to 8 covers total after today's show.
8 whole covers.
Yep, that's 4 matchups, which means there have been complete eliminations from some participants. Well, last week we had somebody completely eliminated, but I didn't want to talk too much about that. This week we had some more eliminations. So yeah, it's getting down to the nitty gritty on covers and participants.
Okay, I'm sure that's not a coincidence, right? Unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Well, it's one person doesn't have all 8.
Yeah. Someone's like, I don't have any covers anymore. I'm out of here. This show sucks.
Yeah, I can't wait till Patrick does his recap.
Yes,
on everything, because there were some crazy things that went on with how many covers people had and stuff like that.
Only you're aware of. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but yeah, this is exciting. We're getting right down to the best of the best.
Yeah, I've got a couple favorites myself. Pat, do you have any particular favorites that you're kind of rooting for right now?
Oh boy. Not off the top of my head. I'll have to see when we go through them if I can pick out. There's none of them that are really, really like favorites of mine, I would say, that have made it this far. But yeah, we'll take a look here.
Well, I've literally got 2 that I have T-shirts of. So, yeah. You mean to point that out when they come, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Actually, I'm wearing one of them today. I'll prove it. Under of course, my sweatshirt. I'm wearing one of the T-shirts in question today, and just totally a coincidence. I love coincidences, and I'm not even lying. I don't lie.
That's right.
All right, but the screen is up, Mike, and we are ready to roll whenever you are.
All right. So let's start off. The Last Ronin #1 from Andy Kuhn and Kevin Eastman versus Night Terrors #1 from Ivan Rice. And the winner had 70%.
Yeah. That doesn't tell me anything. How about you, Pat?
Yeah, I'm that's kind of shocking that it was so overwhelmingly for one cover, because I just don't know at this point with these 2.
Yeah, me too. That's exactly where I am. I'll just be happy if it's the last Ronin, so I don't have to keep looking at that tongue. You know, we've been talking about Venom's tongue for years, but maybe it's just tongues in general. I don't care who has them sticking out in a weird look.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, if it's Gene Simmons playing bass at a Kiss concert, you're kind of like, okay, because he's way up there. But these they're like lassos almost.
Right.
That's
Right.
scary. So,
all right, what do we got?
Yeah. Well, you guys want to talk about who you voted for?
You know what? Since I'm going to reiterate again what Pat said, that since I agree with everything Pat said, I can't even remember which one I voted for. I'm assuming Last Ronin based on what I said about the tongue, but I really can't be definitive there. Pat, do you remember which one you voted for?
Yeah, Turtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that who you voted for too, Mike?
Yeah, we're all three on the turtle wagon.
Pizza wagon.
Oh yeah,
the pizza wagon. Yeah. Do you have Karen's vote? Is the entire Xcellar group in the room on the same consensus?
Yes.
Here?
Yep.
All right. Wow. Then it's obviously the last Ronin. If it's 70% of the votes.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
No.
All right, here we go. Let's check it out.
All right.
There. It's the last Ronin.
Nice. Mike.
I figured if that would make you sick, I set it up to where I can actually do that.
Oh, okay. So you've got control of when that actually happens now. Got it. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Changing up the graphics on the other side now. I want to vote for Wolverine over Last. Oh no, that's not one of the covers.
I know. Seriously. It took me a little behind the scenes here. It took me about 20 minutes to find that Wolverine picture.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And when I found it, because in my head, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I want. And I couldn't find it. So I stopped Wolverine. I went, let me get a good Havoc. Let me get, I'm just trying to find different awesome graphics or pieces of artwork. And finally I just narrowed it down to just Wolverine, Jim Lee, attack, and boom, there it was.
Nice. All right. Hey, I want to take this in between the next cover too to say something I should have started off the show with. Happy birthday to my daughter Lexi. She turns 21 whole years old today.
Wow. Crazy.
21.
Happy birthday, Lexi.
Happy birthday, Lexi. 21. What?
I assume Karen's making that noise because she was thinking I should have remembered it from the top of the show too. Who knows?
Oh.
All right, up next.
All right, up next, Dark Knights Death Metal 7, Tyler Kirkham versus Wolverine #1, Frank Miller. The winner here, 71% of the vote.
All right. Well, this is one of my t-shirts. So, and aside for this being one of my favorite covers of all time with Wolverine, I'm going to be happy when the creepy smile, evil Ernie cover has made its way. So who knows if it's this time or not, but I'm rooting for Wolverine. That's not the shirt I'm wearing though. The other one's still to come, but this is one of the shirts I was referring to that I have one of. So Pat, what say you?
I say we got rid of Night Terrors. Now let's get rid of Death Metal.
Yep. I'm saying, I just noticed that they're all smiling.
I hope I will be.
Oh yeah. So are we in a consensus on this one too, Mike?
Yes. Yep, we sure are.
All four of us?
Yeah.
Did you say the percentage on this one? I'm sorry.
71%.
Oh man.
It was a beatdown.
I could see us being wrong 71% on this one too, though.
Yeah, sometimes it's that modern look gets people.
Yeah. Yep.
So
oh, God forbid. All right.
Let's see what happened.
Yes.
Oh, Wolverine literally takes out Dark Knight's death metal.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Karen's saying, hold on one second. She has no idea what's going on. There is a ghost in the machine today. We've got gremlins.
We're relegated to only one sound effect.
Yeah, that's the only sound effect we're getting. It's going to be a Groot style show. Every time you hear that sound effect, you just have to guess what it means.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's awesome.
Oh, there we are.
She's working it out. That's good.
Obviously, the studio audience hasn't lost their voice yet. Clamoring away. All right. Next up, Superman 252 from Neil Adams versus Berserker #1, Raphael Grandpa. And the winner had 62% of the vote. These are beatdowns this week.
Yeah. So
well, obviously
far.
that was a little closer, but this one was actually a little tough for me. You know, I would say in general, I've been moving towards appreciating modern art as much as I appreciate classic art, and I like both of these a lot. So, again, I can't even remember which one I voted for because this one was a tough one for me. Was this tough for you at all, Pat?
This was not tough for me. I mean, I don't have. I mean, it's Berserker's an all right cover, but I have no attachment to that character at all. I've never read Berserker. I don't even know if his name is Berserker. And I know everybody on that Superman cover, and it's an awesome cover by Neil Adams. So, it's kind of a no contest for me.
That makes complete sense. Mike, first question before you say which one you voted for. Is the character on the name of that Berserker cover Berserker?
I don't remember. I only read issue #1.
Yeah, that's what I remembered too. So I thought you would at least know that. You don't remember though, huh? Okay.
No. And it was awesome. I loved it. It's just one of those books that I got behind on and bought all 12 and never got back to it.
That's tough when that happens. I was just thinking that this morning myself.
And then I didn't pick up this when they had the second series for it. I was like, no, I got it. I didn't get it. But
yeah. Where'd your vote go on this?
Superman with Neil Adams. It was like Patrick said.
Which way did I ultimately go?
Superman.
Yeah, okay. Karen did the same, okay?
Yeah, Superman. Yeah, like Pat said, it's a good Berserker cover. It's not a great one. Superman's just classic.
Well, I'm going to stand up for the submitter and say you're wrong, Mike. It is a great one.
Okay.
even if it loses to an awesome wraparound Neil Adams Superman book.
Yeah.
All right,
let's see if that happened. Here we go. 62% of the vote.
Oh,
and Superman 250.
Karen is shaking her head like she has no idea why the audience just laughed.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny every time before the show starts. And Karen kind of checks out of the room. I'm like, good luck, Karen. That's what you need. All right, Karen. She's putting her hands up like she's not doing that. All right, Mike, I wanted to say a couple more things. Just waiting for the audience to stop. You know what I don't like? Is there anything that you guys don't like about this cover? The Superman cover, that's what I'm referring to.
The only thing I would say about it is it could benefit from some more modern, brighter colors, perhaps.
Okay. Mike?
No.
I don't like the DC 100 pages banner. And I'm going to blame it on Walmart because I forgot about this. Like, with that being the Walmart, Walmart, how's it work? So are those created for Walmart? Are those Walmart exclusives now, or are those you can get them anywhere and Walmart just chooses to carry those a lot? Do you know, Mike?
Yeah, they were Walmart. Those the thick square bound ones.
Yeah.
Those were Walmart exclusives.
Okay.
And as far as I know, they don't do them anymore.
Well, I was just in Walmart a couple days ago, and I saw I thought was a new batch, but maybe they just still got 30 in there that didn't sell. I don't know. But,
I'm in the exact same boat, Kevin. I thought they were done too, and then it seemed like they started showing back up again.
Yeah,
it's the way they're moving things around so much. Adding these more self-checkout lines. Some of the Walmarts I'm going to, that whole aisle is just gone now. I don't know where they put that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm that way too with a couple Walmarts as well. I've noticed that as well. It's frustrating whenever, well, I shouldn't say frustrating. I'm disappointed whenever that aisle isn't there because I love that on my way. I love checking that aisle out on my way out.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I don't really dig these 100-page giant banners across the top. And I think it's mostly because I attach it to the Walmart books, but, like I said, I forgot, old school ones. I think I used to like this, but I'm not really feeling it so much anymore. So if we could just crop that off, I think I'd appreciate this cover or like it even more, so. All right. Clapping audience is back. All right. All it took was an amazingly, intuitive, retrospective, whatever conversation by me to get the audience back in shape. Okay.
Yeah, we can just cut that red banner off, shift the whole thing up, and add a black line at the base to extend the city down some.
Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree. Yep. Might be my new favorite cover of all time. I might buy a t-shirt of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
Next up. Amazing Spider-Man 70 from John Romita versus Spawn 330 Carlo Barberi. Right. 71% of the vote.
All right.
That's a lot.
And we were all in high 60s and 70s so far. Nothing super close. It's usually the opposite the closer we get to the end.
Yep.
Well, I'm scared because I actually want Spawn to move forward in this one. Even though I love that the Spider-Man cover. Let's get a Spawn moving forward. What say you, Pat?
Yeah, I voted for Spawn because I think I said before I'm just not a big. I like that John Romita cover, but it's just not my favorite Spider-Man cover. But I wouldn't be unhappy if it made it through. So
yeah, I totally agree with that as well. Yeah, if Spawn loses, I'll be sad for half a second, but then I'll be like, oh, it's a pretty classic, great classic cover. So, Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I went with Amazing Spider-Man this time.
We split. First split of the show.
I agree. I like them both. I'm just a real big fan of that Amazing Spider-Man.
All right.
I think I'm the only one that went. The three of you went for Spawn.
Yeah, I saw Karen shaking her head as soon as you said you went with Spider-Man, so I figured she was disappointed in your mistake.
Disappointed, yeah.
All right.
With 71% and moving on. Spawn 330, making all three of you.
Yes. Sweet. All right. I don't know. Yeah, that's just good stuff. Okay, man. I can't wait to see. Oh, wait, I can wait. The next round's gonna suck with all these covers that I'd prefer going against each other. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, I picked them all right. Oh man.
How they get to fight each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the cape is amazing on that. He did a really great job on that cape.
Yeah.
The lower parts are really cool. So
the bats are very cool.
Yeah, it's a good cover.
Yeah.
Rabies free.
All right. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
All right, here we go. Batman 423, Todd McFarlane versus Spider-Boy #1, Kari Andrews. 68% of the vote went to the
Wow,
winner.
that one's. I figured this one would sure be in the 50s, right, Pat?
Yeah, I would say I would have thought this was a close one too.
And where'd you go on this one?
Spider Boy.
Mike,
Sorry, Kevin.
did you go Spider Boy too?
No, Pat's odd man out this time.
Whoa.
Pat.
Feels good. Feels good.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Here's the question for you, Mike. Is this Batman 423 the t-shirt that I currently have on underneath my sweatshirt or not?
Well, you brought it up, so I'm thinking that you're trying to trick me. It is not, because I have in mind what I think the one is that you have.
Okay. You're
So
smart.
no,
I was trying to trick you. Good job. I didn't trick either one of you. Okay, you guys are smart. Too smart for me. But I would love to have a t-shirt of this.
Yeah. We're just so happy that you're smart. I'm smart. Well, congratulations. You sure are. Good job.
No condescension in this show. Anyway.
I know. You're funny too. Anyway. All right. All right. So you want to get the winner?
Yes.
Pull the Band-Aid off real quick here.
Yes, please. Oh,
Okay.
I'm so scared.
Yeah. All right. And the winner, moving on.
Yes. Oh.
Batman 423. Sorry, Pat.
That's all right. That's another one that doesn't hurt.
I always forget to turn
and
up.
Sorry, sorry, Mike. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I started lollygagging and I've got the pulsing going, and everybody's like going into fits. There we go.
Yeah, I dig that, man. I dig that. Keep that. I like because you had the pulsing on the just the cover, the other pick the last week, right?
It was
It was spinning like this or whatever.
yeah,
right?
it was like a rocking. Yeah, this is
Yeah, I like you having control of it and doing the pulsing for a minute on the winner. That's awesome. But anyway, so if you're listening to this podcast, make sure you check out the video because it is cool.
I didn't have the idea last time. I got it this time because it's so annoying if it goes on and on and on. I was watching going, that's gonna make me sick.
You're like, there's got to be a way to turn this off so you realize you have control.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I figure stuff out too. That's same process I got through. Anyway, the only thing I wanted to say is sorry about it to who submitted that Spider Boy because I remember who submitted that one and sorry about it, but
yeah,
it made a good show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this one's such a classic.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Wolverine #1. This is a volume 7 issue. Miku Cyan versus original X-Men #1, Ryan Stegman. The winner here had 71%. Nothing close so far.
Wow. It seems like that's usually how it works out with every week. Whichever way it goes, that's the it's like a far majority of all of the percentages are similar, whether they're majorly far apart or close or in the middle, right? Seems like every week works out that way.
Yeah.
But it's usually the other way around for this late in the game. But when you have Wolverine covers like this. This one should have been 90 something, right, Pat?
I don't know. I feel like we've probably buried this Wolverine cover a little too much. I'm starting to feel bad for the submitter. So
sorry, submitter. I just take it so personally because Wolverine's my boy.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you're right. Yeah, I should probably apologize the most because I've probably said the most negative stuff about it. So sorry. I'm very sorry. We talked about how we were going to try to curb that, or actually, I talked about it personally how we are going to try to curb that before a viewer submission, and then I just ran with it because Mike said, "Hey, they're in the ring to have at it." Mike, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Yeah. I think we've trashed it so much that we've affected the aftermarket price. Plummeting. Everybody's selling it. Even the submitter texted me, "Yeah, I'm selling my Wolverine. You guys are right." Just kidding. They didn't text me.
All right, Mike.
All right. And the winner. Moving on with 71%. It's the original X-Men,
Nice.
Ryan Stegman.
Rest in peace, Wolverine.
Yep. Yeah. Looking at this, the next round, we're just going to be like, oh, I love both of these. There's nothing wrong with either of them.
Yeah. All right.
Amazing Spider-Man 64 from John Romita versus Incredible Hulk 223, Rich Buckler. This one was close. 55% of the vote went to the winner.
Interesting. That makes sense, though. Right, Pat?
Yeah. I would have predicted this one to be pretty close.
Well, I will say that Mike's panel-to-panel description, or was that you, Pat? Or I think it was Mike describing what this Amazing Spider-Man looks like a couple panels right before this cover.
Patrick did, yeah.
So it makes me appreciate this cover more. So this one definitely got harder for me because of that description. So I can't remember actually which way I went. Which way did you go, Pat?
Spider-Man.
Mike?
Hulk. Pat, once again, Pat's on an island here.
Oh. Yeah, I could have. Yeah, like I said, I could have. I was this close.
Yeah, I voted for both of these books on all their previous matchups.
Okay.
So when it gets to this is kind of like, oh, great. Now which one do I do?
Right. All right.
All right. The winner, close. 55% of the vote went to the Incredible Hulk. Rich Buck.
Awesome.
Yep. So that leaves us with the last matchup of the week. Spider-Man #1 from Todd McFarlane versus Amazing Spider-Man 346.
There it is.
So this is the shirt that I knew you had. Where are we here? 71% of the vote.
This one was easy for me. Piece of cake.
Yep, cake for me. Cake.
Cake for you which way, though?
Oh, Spider-Man.
Which one?
Number one. The other one's Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man #1.
Pat.
Yeah, I went with Todd.
Thank God. Karen.
Yep. Karen went with Todd. All four of us.
Nice.
All right.
I'm really scared, though. I can see that 71% going the other way on this one, though.
The other way. It's a very favorite, very popular book. But they don't make shirts. Amazing Spider-Man 346. The winner, Spider-Man #1.
Nice. The submitter of that Amazing Spider-Man is going to go out and have a custom-made shirt of that Amazing Spider-Man now, and wear it proudly just to spite that comment, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Back in my head, I'm thinking I've seen that shirt before, but
yeah, they probably did.
Yeah, I could definitely see him doing it. Yeah,
that's right. I listen to our shows, and I'm always like, I'm listening to what I say. I'm like, oh yeah, I was wrong there. Yeah, that was wrong. So, but I just let it ride.
Yeah.
People will figure it out. They'll go, "Hey, he's wrong," and they'll just move on. So here we go.
I fear that becomes a literal thing sometimes, where they're like, "Oh, he's wrong," and they move on to an entire different YouTube channel.
Well, that puts my mind at ease. Thank you. Now I'm going to just be filling the comments of every video, timestamps, and the correction to what I did.
We've been pretty good about doing that about the big gaffes we've had. We've had a few of them, but
yeah,
most
I had one. Good.
I was going to say most of the time, they aren't very big. So I'd say it's how long have we been doing this now? Almost 2 years, and we've maybe had I'd say less than 5 big gaffes. So what were we gonna say, Mike?
I had one a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about the Conan book and that being the first cover or first appearance of Belit in the new Conan series. I was wrong. It was like 2 issues before or something like that. Anyway, you ready? Look at that. The Last Ronin #1 versus Wolverine #1. What do you think?
Yeah, this one's gonna be unfortunately easy for me. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel a little bad about my vote.
Yeah.
Is this easy for y'all, Mike?
Yeah, it's easy for me.
Pat?
I don't know. I think I might have to think about this one a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. The Last Ronin's a great cover.
Yep. All right. Next up.
So when you think about the original Wolverine, 181 I'm sure comes to mind, right? This one's number 2 though, right? When you think about original Wolverine, right?
Yeah, I mean if you're, I guess, yeah. Yeah, because even like Giant Size X-Men #1, I don't when I think of that book, I'm not thinking, that's the next appearance of Wolverine. Yeah, I guess it would be 181 and then Wolverine #1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't mean literally in order. I meant like just kind of in your head as far as best covers.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Pat?
Yeah, I don't know about best covers, but certainly iconic covers. This one comes to mind. I was never, I don't know. I guess I kind of changed my stance a little bit, but I was never a fan of seeing Wolverine unmasked. And I didn't really like this cover at the time because I didn't like to see him. I like to see him with his mask on.
But
that
makes sense.
Yeah.
That does make sense. All right, we'll see. We will see how that goes.
I was really disappointed when Kiss came out with that album in the 80s where they took the makeup off, unmasked. Yeah,
that was so crazy when they did that.
Because up until like in 3rd grade is when I first heard about Kiss, and I thought that how 3rd graders are, we just make up reasons. They had all the makeup on because they were really ugly.
right.
And they were hiding their faces, couldn't be theatrics.
And then when you saw them all, you found out it was only half true.
Right. Maybe we need to redo this Wolverine cover, and each of us do one Kiss character.
What?
Do a Wolverine #1 remark, masked. Everybody's gonna want Gene Simmons.
I was
Anyway,
kind of a Peter Criss fan.
I was too.
Yeah.
I got made fun of in 3rd grade because these kids used to draw Kiss on stage.
Yeah.
And I was new to it. So I drew Peter Criss with a guitar and they laughed me back to 2nd grade. It was like my greatest drawing ever at that point. And he had a guitar.
Oh man, you still have it. Tell me you still have it.
No, man, I wish I did.
You weren't self-aware enough at that point to know you'd want to look at that later.
Yeah. Well, the other two were really good artists in 3rd grade.
Gotcha. By 3rd grade standards. Got it.
Yeah. Well,
All
actually, they were good. We graduated with them. I'll tell you there. All right. Next up, you want the next matchup?
Yes.
All right. And let's get working on our Kiss remarks.
Okay.
All right. Next up, original X-Men #1 from Ryan Stegman versus Superman 252 Neil Adams. This is a thinker.
Yeah, not for me. This is an easy one. I don't know what it is about that. I like I've said, I like Ryan Stegman, but I just don't like that cover for some reason.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually not the biggest fan of that cover. So yeah, this maybe it's Cyclops is just like too skinny. I don't know.
Nickname Slim.
Yeah.
I love it. When I first saw it, I just was like, holy cow, I just loved it. Yeah. I'm a big fan of it. So this one's hard for me.
Yeah, this I gotta think about this one a minute too. Yeah. All right.
Next up, Hulk 223 from Rich Buckler versus Spider-Man #1, Todd McFarlane.
Yep. This one's easy for me.
Considering I didn't vote for Hulk, this is an easy one for me too. Spider-Man shall have his revenge.
Mike, thinker.
It's not as easy for me. Yeah, this one's a little bit tough. Yeah.
Would you say, Mike, that you like this Spider-Man cover better than you like ASM 300 at this point?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, yeah, with the web, there's so much going on.
Just because I'm remembering a lot more comments about how you're tired of the ASM 300 and not hearing it with this one, which is good. Good thing.
Well,
good things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've done the same thing with this cover.
Right.
With the other classic ones.
Yeah.
I haven't done the research on which covers have had the mod.
All right. We'll wait for that. Yeah. I think I mentioned that last week or something, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So, all right. Last up, this is it. Final matchup of the week. Batman 423, Todd McFarlane versus Spawn 330, Carlo Barberi, Todd McFarlane production.
Daggum, man. Oh, this is painful. Oh, man.
I wonder which one Todd would vote for.
2 moons in the background, 2 bats flying in the background, 2 huge, gorgeous capes. Oh, man.
Yeah, and honestly, once again, these are random. I use a randomizer.
Dude,
even if I have a submitter only has 2 covers, I still put them in and I randomize those 2 covers, so I have no control. Yep. Seriously, we need to send this to Todd and see which one he'd vote for.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
He has time. He's not busy.
He liked one of my comments. He liked one of my comments on one of his posts like 5 years ago. I'm sure he'll remember me. So I'm just going to send it.
He will.
Hey, Kevin.
I'm just gonna send him a message, personal message. You know what? I'm just gonna text him.
Right. I was gonna say just you can drop it off at his house, but
They may have his number by chance.
I really thought maybe no, Karen doesn't. Or just Karen went in.
Is that Todd? Is Todd here? I'd like to be on your show.
Yeah.
Hey Karen, that's usually your put me in the room beeper. I was getting ready to throw you up in the room. That would have been funny. I literally almost habitually just hit add on Karen.
I don't know about that picture.
Right.
Mike.
So that's it.
Mike, I
Yeah.
want to say this before we go on that you're changing things weekly, originality. I'm really digging this cover combat, right, Pat? It's pretty awesome how he's coming up with all this, right?
It's a bright spot. Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
Hold on a second, though. Hold on. If I'm looking at this picture correctly, they weren't literally walking up the walls, pulling themselves up the rope.
No. Nope. I know. Shocking, right?
Oh my God, that is shocking.
It's as shocking as me finding out Peter Criss didn't play guitar. I know. That's why I put this up there. I love the fact that that's the way they did it.
Oh man, for the podcasters listening, Mike's got a great graphic of Batman and Robin 1966 up of and it says tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And it's the horizontal picture of them kind of behind the scenes, behind the camera.
Yeah. They had to kind of attach something to Batman's cape to make it look like it was going back, and yeah, it's just great. And everybody would pop out the window. They're like under the stage there, and they just come right up.
Yeah. It was genius. It was genius for the time, that's for sure.
It worked for me.
Yeah. I just found out.
Just today, right now.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Awesome, though. That'll do it.
Well, if you're just finding this out after the show, off the air, I'll have to have a talk with you about Santa Claus.
That's not nice. That's not nice. I have no idea where you're going with that, but I don't care. I don't care about it. All right.
That's right. All right. I'm done. That's all I had for today's show.
All right, that'll do it then. So let's close out here. Please vote on this round of Cover Combat starting now until this Friday, January 19th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can comment your vote here or go over to Xcellar Comics on Facebook to vote on the Cover Combat post there. Or you can send us a personal message via any of our social medias. We're really cooperating this Cover Combat to make sure we get all the votes in, regardless of how they're in, because we want to see more and more. Please, thank you. And then also remember on that Facebook post, comment your vote on each matchup individually. Then like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notifications of everything we post. And we would also love to see all of your thoughts, questions, and suggestions commented below. Then watch Cover Combat 7, viewer submissions, round 5, which is the semifinals, next Monday, January 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please follow Xcellar Comics on Facebook, Instagram, and or X, aka Twitter, and follow Xcellar_Comics on TikTok to see the latest posts and updates for the next round or next rounds of Cover Combat. And then you can help support Xcellar Comics Cover Combat shows, including the prizes that are involved with them through Patreon at patreon.com/Xcellar Comics. And then lastly, watch our next regular live stream on YouTube, excuse me, or Facebook It says this Saturday on there, but it's the following Saturday. We're going to take a week off from the regular show. So it'll be the following Saturday, January 27th at 9:30 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. I think that's it, right, fellas?
That's it.
I think so. I think you covered it all.
Did you have any more time travel or Peter Chris comments, Mike?
No.
Pat?
Nothing from me. Vote.
Karen? All right, so that'll do it. Vote, vote, vote. Till next time, don't forget, appreciating great art is awesome, and reading a great story is fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Xcellar out.